Okay, in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview of the sequencer section and also show you how to play back some songs. Now whenever you first boot up the FA-06, you'll notice at the top here it automatically has the first song loaded, 001 Pythagoras, and you can see the same time signature and also the tempo and also the location in the song. It says 001, which stands for measure 1, and 01, which is beat 1. And then also the time location is at the beginning. Now even though we're in studio set and we've been playing sounds here, we've been editing the effects and things of that nature, anytime you can press play and the song will begin to play that's been loaded. And so while you're pressing play, you can actually use these fast forward and rewind buttons to skip ahead, rewind. And then anytime, no matter the location in the song, if you want to, you can press this button here to the left and it brings you to the beginning of a song. There's also another playback feature that's called the loop function. If we press the loop button, with it on, that loop functionality is enabled. Now if you hold down shift and press the loop button, this takes you to where you can dial in some parameters for that loop functionality. So we can designate where we want the beginning and end of the loop to occur. So now if we exit out of this and press start, our song will loop at measure 5. If you want to take away that function, just simply turn off that loop button. Now that may seem a little impractical, but you may put that at the end of a song where the chorus is, and let's say you're performing and you have the crowd going and you want to continue on with the song, you could just extend the chorus out by turning on the loop button. For example, that could be a practical application. Now anytime you want to select different songs to load, you just click on the song select button, and here you can see the first one has a checkbox there. We can go in and load any one of these other demo songs from the factory, or if you want to, you can select one of the blank songs, initialize or INT song, which stands for initialized song, and you could press load there and it would load a blank song. So you'd probably want to do that before you start your own recording. Let's go ahead and leave this first song, Pythagoras, loaded in here. I want to show you some other navigational features of some of the sequence menus. So let's go ahead and click on the sequencer button, and you see you have kind of a track view here. You can see anywhere that there's these little squares, that's where there's note data recorded into the measures. So if you hold down shift here, and you have a couple different options. If you want to, you can track modify, and there you have the ability to perform several different functions. You can erase measure, copy, insert measure, change velocity, all the standard functionalities. We'll get into those later in the video lessons. Then you also, if you hold down shift again, you have something called microscope, where you can go in and look at the individual notes. So you could preview those. You can copy, move, erase, and paste those, kind of like a piano roll a little bit. Let's hold down shift again, and then we have something called song utility. Now here you have song clear, song name, time signature, and things of this nature. Especially whenever you load an initialized song and you want to create your own song, you'd probably want to go in there and rename your song. And if you hold down shift again, there's a button called mixer, and if we access this, we can see that there's volumes for the track. You can also change the chorus and reverb send levels, and also panning left and right. Now let's exit out of this. Let's actually click on the sequencer button, and now it goes back to the studio set page. If you click on the menu button and scroll down here to mixer in this menu list, it's actually the same mixer for the that you're viewing through the sequencer. And in fact, the sequencer button becomes lit whenever you click on the mixer view. So let's go ahead and click on sequencer again. It toggles back to that view. Now it's kind of tiny because you can see there's 16 parts in here, 16 tracks. If you hold down the shift button and then you click on this icon on the right, it actually zooms in so you can view 4 tracks at a time. Lets you kind of see some other parameters in there, such as level and mute and solo and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and hold down shift again and click on that zoom button again. Now, there's one other one that's really important, and you'll probably use this often. Hold down shift. You'll notice there's an undo button. It's grayed out now because we haven't performed an action, but anytime that we do a record function, especially if it's something that you didn't like, you did a recording pass and it didn't pull off exactly the way you want it to, or there's a mistake, or let's say you accidentally erased measures in the wrong place or something like that, you can always use that undo function to get you to the state that you were before. So very easily to navigate the sequencer pages here with just a few button presses. And in the later videos, we're going to go into detail and show you how to record and also use some of these track edit options.